Good evening, everybody. My name is Butler. I'm the writer of tonight's performance. I just wanted to quickly come out and thank you all for coming out. We've managed to put together some great actors for you guys tonight, and they've all been working very hard, so we really appreciate you guys coming to check us out. For those of you who have never seen or heard of a staged reading, basically what we're going to be doing, what a lot of people will do is they'll have their actors just basically sitting up on stage reading from their scripts. What some people will do, and what we're actually going to do tonight, is all of our actors are going to be doing all of their blocking. As you can see, we've got a few set pieces that we're going to be working with. We're going to have a few props and costumes that we'll be working with. And basically, everybody will just have their scripts in their hands as they read their lines. The Street Theater here just got done doing a production of Carrie, so that's why the set looks the way that it does. But we thought it worked pretty well for what we're going to do tonight, so we're pretty happy about it. The idea behind doing one of these shows is me especially and everybody else, we like to get an idea of how the script works, on stage with actors, with the blocking, all that stuff, to really see if the script is solid, if it's ready for a full production, just to give us a better idea. That being said, immediately following our performance, we are actually going to be holding an open forum with you, the audience. That way you guys can get a chance to interact with myself and the cast, and we'll kind of, talk about what you saw here tonight, kind of get a feel of what you thought, if you have any questions or comments or criticisms. And, but for right now, just relax, and I hope you enjoy our performance of Do We Know Each Other. Thank you.
No, but you do have what looks to be barbecue sauce on there.
I've got two yokels over here at table 9 trying to guess my bra size, and the JP baseball team is slinging food all over the place, so I got thinking about it. And I think next screenplay needs to be about a waitress who takes revenge on all the stupid customers she's had to put up with, slowly taking them out, one by one.
Well, they do say write what you know.
You could work it, the waitress is disposing of the bodies by tossing them into food.
I'm pretty sure that one's been done.
Yeah, well, the good ones never get old.
So you're a writer, huh? I didn't know that.
No, not really. I just come up with a short story or script or something from time to time.
Well, that's still cool. How long have you been doing that?
Since I was little. My father kind of got me into it, but it's really not a big deal.
Oh, well, I forgot to tell you.
Oh.
The guy over there at table 11 asked me specifically which section you had tonight.
Okay, thanks. There you go.
Thank you. James?
Oh, it's just Jamie, actually.
I'm sorry, your name tag says James.
Yeah, I know. I keep asking our manager to change it, but he's a jerk and he won't do it.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that. I've never heard of a girl named James before.
Yeah, I know. Probably not very common. I'm sure. Just let me know if there's anything else you guys need, okay? What's with the suit?
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon.
I'm just wondering what the occasion was.
Oh, yes, my attire. I guess I am a little overdressed for an establishment such as this. You see, the thing is, I had a rather romantic and elegant evening planned with a young lady. But alas, things did not turn out as such.
Alas?
Yes, I'm afraid a blissful night of love and champagne has turned into an evening of heartbreak and buffalo wings. I apologize. I'm just going on and on. How rude of me is not to inquire about your evening.
I'm a little busy, actually.
Yes, I can. You seem to have a few patrons tonight, all laughing and having a good time. Enjoying each other's company.
What are you doing?
Well, I've had a rather unfortunate evening, to tell you the truth. And I thought I might stop by for a drink or two, or maybe even 8. We'll see how the night goes.
Okay, if I get you a drink, will you stop with the crying?
Yes, you're right. I really shouldn't make a scene.
Yeah, it would be really great if you didn't. What do you want?
I'll have a beer, please.
Bottle or draft?
Draft. Aren't you going to ask me which beer I prefer?
I know what you prefer.
Interesting. Oh, my sweet, vibrant, and fragile flower, why must you wilt before my eyes?
Hey, buddy, are you okay?
Yeah, we started from the bar. It's not very often you see a guy crying in public like this.
Oh, ladies, thank you for your concern. I must confess, I am a little downtrodden. You see, my cat, Mr. Brisby, died this evening, and I just attended his funeral.
Your cat.
Wow, I didn't even know people do funerals for cats.
Thank you so much. That is so very kind of you. If you would like to stay and pay your respects, the chef in the kitchen has assured me he'll be serving Mr. Brisby any minute now.
What?
Well, Mr. Brisby would have wanted it this way. Don't worry, I made sure he removed all the tapeworms.
Ugh, gross! Ew! Ugh.
The dog people.
Okay, so what's going on? I assume there is a point to all of this.
Well, it does pain me to confess that my girlfriend of 2 years has broken up with me.
What?
Yes. You see, the light from the moon can illuminate even the darkest of places. Until it's eclipsed by an even brighter sun.
Okay, would you please stop with the crying? I don't want a manager to see this little spectacle of yours.
I apologize. I do not wish to cause you any trouble, Miss. I'm sorry, I just realized I don't even know your name.
It's Jamie.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, why?
No, I think it's lovely.
Thank you.
Your name tag says James.
Yeah, well, it's Jamie.
I see. James. Now that would be a unique and interesting name. But Jamie's nice too. Was it your mother or your father who gave you this name?
So why is it that your girl dumped you?
Well, the truth is we've actually been fighting.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I never thought it was something that we couldn't work out, but apparently I was wrong.
Well, you never know. Maybe it's not a permanent thing. Maybe she just needed some space.
I'm sorry, my dear. I'm being rude again. Here I am spilling my woes, and I know nothing about you. Tell me, are you currently romping through the fields of love with anyone close to your heart?
No, romping through the fields of love. No, I'm actually on a break with my boyfriend right now.
A break.
Yeah, a break.
I see. And how long are you planning on being on this break?
Until he grows up.
See. What does your man do?
He's an actor.
Really? A player in the theater? Anything I might have seen him in?
He doesn't really do much work in theater.
Oh, pity.
Yeah, actually, he doesn't really do much work in anything, and I'm starting to get the feeling that he has too much time on his hands.
That is a shame. Was his lack of employment a source of tension?
I think it bothered him more than it bothered me.
See. So was it your idea or his to go on this break?
My idea?
And did you give him any reason whatsoever?
Well, how about his inability to take anything seriously?
Really? Well, maybe he thinks that you've been taking things seriously enough for the both of you lately.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but surely to God he realizes now how difficult it is to have a serious conversation with him.
Well, it sounds like he's the one who has real issues to deal with. I don't know how you stand it.
Like I said, sometimes I just wish he would grow up.
Well, I have no doubt you'll find someone like that working in a place like this.
I really need to get back to work.
Oh, please, don't let me detain you any longer.
hate working doubles.
Yeah, I know. With just you, me, and Tara on the floor, I'm afraid we're going to be working a lot of doubles until I get somebody else in here.
You even had to work last night, didn't you?
Yeah.
So by 5 o'clock, you'll pretty much be a zombie.
Oh, I'm already a zombie. Trust me.
I wish you would take it easy. You're working more shifts than you have to, you know. You're gonna burn yourself out. Every time I see you come in these days, you look like you're about to drop to the floor.
I think we all look like that.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be my fun-loving, smart-ass partner in crime.
Sounds more like Tara to me. But you might be right. I guess I do feel like I'm sort of just floating around these days. I can't even tell you what day it is half the time.
So why put yourself through all that? You're not that strapped for cash, are you?
I guess I'm just trying to keep my feet more to the ground these days.
Miss Fly by the seat of her pants? That doesn't sound right. Well, speaking of Tara, whatever happened with that friend of hers?
What friend?
The one she was going to show your screenplay to.
Well, I don't know. She hasn't mentioned it since I gave her a copy of the script. She said that she would make sure that he took a look at it, though.
And who is this guy again?
Apparently, he and his buddies started this small production company that makes independent films here locally and in LA.
Are they legit?
As far as I can tell, they've already won a few festivals and have gotten some recognition, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm not very optimistic that they'll even like it.
Well, I keep telling you, you're not going to get any of your work out there if you don't build some confidence in yourself.
I know. I just keep thinking I should go back to school or something.
Yeah, and pay student loans for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I know.
So, what's going on with you and Thomas?
Oh God, Courtney, I wish you could have been here last night. He was in rare form.
What happened?
He came in here as a sappy, broken-hearted romantic, complete with sonnets and roses.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. It was quite a show. He was even crying in front of the customers. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it kind of was, but what infuriates me is that I have tried to talk to him about us so many times, but every time I try to have a serious conversation with him, the only way he can deal with it is by playing these games like he thinks I'm just going to laugh it off or something.
Yeah, I understand, and I hear where you're coming from, but to play devil's advocate for a second, do you know how hard it is to find a guy that would go to such lengths for you?
Hey. How's it going?
Hey, Alan. So, Alan, you've been here for a few weeks now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think so far?
It's good. It's definitely been interesting. Last night, this woman, probably in her early 70s, grabbed me by the shirt and said to me, and I quote, "Honey, I may be 70 years old, but it still works."
Oh my god! That's awesome.
Yeah, well, still not the weirdest place I've ever worked. Unlike that last bar I was in, you should have seen some of the characters that strolled up in there.
Oh, give it time, Casanova of the elderly. Give it time.
Yeah, we get our fair share of weird customers in here, too.
Oh, bloody hell. This is one man who could sure use a drink.
Some are more fucked up than others.
I'll tell you, you play a half-hour show for only 8 people who are only there to see the opening band to begin with. Then you drink yourself into the accursed hours of the morning when you find yourself wandering downtown streets bumming cigarettes off actual bums. I can tell you this, no formal breakfast will sound good save one, a nice cold pint of love. Let's go ahead of the door, would you, sweetheart?
It's 10:30 in the morning.
Well, I may be running on fumes at this point, but I can still tell you what time it is. What the hell happened to my watch?
Where are you from? I love your accent.
Oh, thank you very much. Whitefield, actually, about 50 miles east of Manchester.
So, what brings you to the southern United States?
Grits. It's a texture thing, I think, yeah. I like to have my food taste like it was scraped off the bottom of a boat. No, actually, I came here when I was about 15 to take my chances in the American dream and go into entertainment.
American dream? Oh, what do you do?
Well, like so many others before me, and, well, so many after me, and pretty much everybody else in this bloody country, it seems, I'm a musician.
Ah,
Let me guess. The blowhorn?
Not an instrument, actually. No, love. You are looking at the lead guitarist for a sensational American rock band known as Fist to Fury. For a lot of people. Delightful little play on words, isn't it?
That's an interesting name.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, we were going to call ourselves the John Denver Flight Crew, but we figured that might not go over real well.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. There's no smoking in here.
He's perfectly aware of that. You don't have to tell him.
So you're a guitarist, huh?
Yeah, that means I'm good with my fingers.
Yeah. Guy with calluses are a girl's wet dream. And how come we've never heard of your so-called band?
Well, we're still just a bar band, really. Yeah, still plugging in night after night, city after city. You know, basically just trying to make enough money for gas and a quarter fried rice to share between us.
So where do you sleep?
Whatever we fall, mate, you know. But mostly we stack out in the two vans that we travel in, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
How creative of you.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Dr. Jekyll mostly holds all the gear, but Mr. Hyde is where lucky ladies go to kick back with the band. Sounds kind of exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah. Letting a strange musician plow away on top of me in a van that houses several unwashed, BD-ridden bandmates. Sounds like a blast.
I believe I sense a bit of hostility coming from this one. What's your friend so unhappy?
I think she's having men troubles.
Oh, troubles in the bedroom, are there? Man doesn't perform quite up to snuff?
Don't be disgusting. No, that is not the reason.
Would you tell him if it was?
That's really none of your business. For some reason.
Sorry. It's just trying to help. What's your name?
It's Jamie.
That's a lovely name, I must say.
Thanks.
What, you don't think you have a lovely name? Sorry, looks like I hit a bit of a nerve. What do you say I buy you a drink? Oh.
Do you know what Gary will do if he sees you with that?
What an outrageous square. Look, I know it's morning in the land of fun forgotten this place, but it's still a bar, isn't it? Let's have a laugh, shall we? Come on. How about a dance?
I'm sorry, sir, but some of us have to work today.
How about you, though?
Well, there's no music.
Ah, forgiveness. I am a creator of music. Dum dum dum. Ya da 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 dee dum dum dum. Ya da 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 dee dum dum dum. Ya da 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 dee dum 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 da da da. Look, you must have some passion in you somewhere. What are you doing? You're not punishing for beers.
Actually, she's a writer.
Oh, fellow artiste. So what sort of things do you write about, sweetheart? Are you a playwright, a novelist, or perhaps a brooding poet?
I'm not any of those things. If I was, I wouldn't be wenching for beers, as you so elegantly put it.
Look, you seem to be wound up a little, Tom. What would you say to stepping out with me tonight?
I'm seeing somebody.
Who obviously hasn't been particularly fancy.
Don't do that.
Look, I know you think I look like a scraggly soul blow, but the truth is I'm really quite the softy. Oh, the money that I spent it in good company. And all the harm that I done, alas, it was to none but you. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night. And jolly be with you. Good night, and jolly be with you.
So, a British rock musician who fancies Irish folk songs. Is that what I'm supposed to understand here?
I know that song as well.
You're a terrible singer.
That's why I play the guitar. Oh, God. Sorry, sometimes it takes the phlegm levels to get up in the morning. I don't know why.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Does this mean we're not going out tonight, James?
It's Jamie, and not even if you were mute.
James, I need you to do the bank deposit tonight.
Jamie, Gary, it's Jamie. And you're the manager, why don't you do it?
Because, Jim, you're my lead waitress, and I should be able to depend on you. Plus, I have Mario Speedwagon tickets. Come on.
I don't care. Besides, every time I do it, I'm always afraid someone's gonna come up behind me with a sock full of quarters, knock me out, and mug me.
A sock full of quarters?
I don't know, that's just how I picture it in my head. Sometimes it's nickels.
Oh,
Fine. Alan, you're my man.
alright, I'll do it.
Very good.
If I do it, will you change my name tag?
Nope.
Why not?
Because, Jimmy, you can crack corn all you want, but I don't care.
Heyo.
Yeah? Well, keep on loving you sucks. God, Tara, every time.
I've got perfect timing. Okay, so I gave your script to David,
And
and I haven't heard from him yet, but he said he'd take a look at it.
I really appreciate you doing that, Tara. You know you didn't have to.
Of course I did. Are you kidding? When I read that thing, I broke down into tears. My roommate heard me and freaked out because she thought she had done something wrong. I just went with it, and now she does dishes next week.
Well, at least something good will come of my writing.
I don't know why you're so hard on yourself. You're a good writer.
Thanks. I just get a little critical of myself, I guess. I mean, I didn't go to college. My spelling and grammar is, well, terrible.
College is overrated. Would you believe I have a degree in sociology?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, a lot of good it's doing me. I just want to warn you, it may take David a while to actually read the script. It sounded like he had a lot going on right now.
Well, that's okay. It was nice of him to even offer. Just out of curiosity, how do you know this guy?
He's one of my exes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I figure if he doesn't make your movie, we can just blackmail him.
What do you mean?
Well, let's just say the details of a person's sexual idiosyncrasies could be rather embarrassing if exposed on the internet.
You're so bad.
Funny, that's exactly what he used to like me to say.
I can't do this right now. What do you want?
To talk.
Then talk.
I am mute and can only communicate through writing.
You're ridiculous. Really? Are you kidding me?
Can I have a menu at least? ... Please. And then need your little smiley face underneath. You're welcome.
Is Tara here yet?
Yeah, she just got here. Courtney?
Yeah?
Who's that guy?
Oh, that's Jamie's boyfriend. Well, sort of. Apparently they're on a break right now, according to her.
Oh, what happened?
I honestly don't know. They always had so much fun together and were just completely infatuated with one another. It was sickening in a way. But then one day she told me they were going to go take a break for a little while.
She didn't tell you why?
Not really. He's an actor, but he hasn't had a gig in a while, so I always thought the problem was financial, but she swears that wasn't it.
I didn't recognize him this morning when he came in all Dee Dee Ramone, but he was the guy in here the other night blubbering in front of all the customers, right?
That's what she told me.
Okay, so what's the deal? Is he like multiple personality or?
No, see, when he and Jamie were going out, he would sometimes come in as these different characters, and he and Jamie would pretend like they were meeting for the first time, you know, just for fun, like role-playing or whatever. Gary hated it, but we always thought it was kind of sweet and funny as hell.
Sure. How often would he do this?
Not as often as he has been the past couple of days.
You know, this sounds crazy, but maybe he's trying to patch things up.
I don't know. If that's what he's doing a pretty shitty job of it.
So let me see if I can get this straight. You originally went down there to try to patch things up.
Right. I thought I would use the whole role-playing thing as a way to try to get some answers out of her, but at the same time, you know, maybe try to get her to laugh a little.
But she made you mad. And then you got all huffy and puffy and you went back the next morning as a drunken British rock musician who sleeps in a van with 3 other dudes.
Yes, but I was just messing around with her a little.
Well, I know, but even then, she still tries to kiss you. And what do? You cough and you hack into her face.
Yes, but again,
And
it's
if
just...
that wasn't enough, I mean, you went back a 3rd time, man. You started throwing wads of paper at her when she was trying to work.
I was trying to apologize for the coughing thing, but she just...
But you didn't. You just used the role play thing to give her a hard time because you thought it was funny. Well, you know what, man? She didn't think it was very funny. And I guarantee if she didn't hate you before, oh, she does now.
I don't want her to hate me, Brandon. I just want things to be like they were. I mean, suddenly she just says that she wants to take a break. I mean, what is that? I mean, I knew we were having problems, but I don't know. She's just been so wound up lately. I don't know what's happened to her. Us. Whatever.
It's something you have to talk to her about.
I've tried.
Well, I mean, talking to her. You know, I'm not going in there dressed as a cowboy and whisking her off into the sunset. I mean, sitting down and talking to her like a normal person.
Wait, what did you do, sir?
Sit down and talk to her like a normal person.
No. Before that, the cowboy thing. You know, that would be pretty damn funny. It's even a little romantic. Hey, it might get her out of this funk that she's in. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
No, I said for you not to do that. Where are you going?
I gotta get some stuff together.
Can I get you guys anything else?
I think we're good. I'm sorry, honey. I just noticed your name tag. Is your name James?
It's just Jamie, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just a typo on the old name tag there.
gotcha. I thought it was interesting. James isn't very common for a girl.
Yeah. Tell me about it. So, Gary had you tending bar today, huh?
Yeah, and I have to waitress tonight. I swear, if Gary doesn't get us some more help in here, I'm gonna flip out on a customer one night. It's bad enough I come home almost every night with blisters on my feet and a stink on my body that can only be described as a Dr. Moreau-like hybrid of sweat beer and french fries.
You're like a hooker, Mrs. Potato Head.
Yes, a Mrs. Potato Head that's made bad life decisions, that is me. Or, if Ronald McDonald had daughters and they became strippers, that's what we smell like.
We smell like if Motley Crue had one of their groupies bathed in sauteed onions.
We smell like Keith Richards' burp after a meal.
All right, ladies, lunch rush is over. That means the bar is yours.
Okay, great, thanks.
I love you. Mean it.
Gary, will you please get me another name tag?
No, Johnny, you can work just fine with what you have.
Gary.
I'm sorry, it's actually just Gare. And Courtney, you'll be happy to know that I've hired another bartender yesterday, so you won't have to fill in for Alan anymore.
What about another waitress?
We don't, what do we need another waitress for? We have 3 top-rate waitresses already, 3 kitchen staff, and now 2 bartenders.
Gary, you can't keep running the front of house with only 2 or 3 people.
Well, we can't afford another person. If you're so worried about it, pick up some more shifts like Jimbo here.
What, so I can walk around like I'm waiting for death too? Hey, what are you gonna do if we just walk out of here?
You wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Because we have an employer-employee relationship that's filled with love and compassion.
What if about the name tag myself?
Sorry, Johnny, no personal items in the workplace.
You're gonna end up with some unhappy employees.
Nonsense. My staff are pillars of happiness and loyal to their king and his kingdom.
Oh yeah? Well, why don't you come out here and work some 10-hour shifts? Then you can go home every night smelling like Elvis's last fart.
Whiskey for
Well, I have to say, you have outdone yourself this time.
you. And for a drink is all.
We're kind of slow right now. Mind if I join you?
Whatever you like.
You can put that one on my tab, Barbie.
Sure.
So, what's your name, hombre?
Ain't got one.
Ooh, so the man with no name. Sounds familiar. Where are you from? Rio Bravo?
Funny little thing, aren't you? What's your name?
It's Jamie. Actually, it's James. But everybody calls me Jamie.
Why is that?
Because I asked them to.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I always thought that James sounded a little masculine for a girl. Plus, I get tired of people always making a big deal about it.
So what you're saying is that you care what other people think.
I would chalk that one up to personal preference, but yeah, I think everyone does a little, don't you?
Does it look like I care what other people think of me?
Why do you always give me a hard time about this?
Because you're better than that. Someone who loves you very much gave you that name, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it.
Woohoo! Line 'em up, ladies and gentlemen! Hey, Jamie! We were hoping you're gonna be working tonight.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're good, honey. How are you?
Hanging in there.
We're buying if you want to do shop with us later.
Well, you know I can't do that.
I didn't stop you last week.
Well, don't broadcast it or anything. You gonna be able to drive home later, or you're just gonna stay here all night?
I'm sorry, would you like me to leave so you can talk with your 2 friends over there?
You know, for someone who claims to not care about other people's opinions as much as you do, your insecurities are astounding.
My insecurities?
Hey, Jamie! You gonna do trivia with us again this week?
If you promise to listen to me this time,
What are you talking about?
well, we would have won if you had written down the Yardbirds for the last answer like I said.
Yeah, okay.
Oh man, that's one hell of an outfit you got going on over there. You must be a country singer, huh?
Not quite.
Don't think he would be very successful at it. He drives a Honda and he's never been divorced.
You must not be from around here. Everybody from around here knows only tourists dress like that. I'm just kidding with Jermaine.
Look, I may have my insecurities, but at least I know how to deal with them.
Oh yeah. And look at how well you're dealing with them.
At least I'm honest about the kind of person I am, Jamie.
What are you talking about? I am honest about who I am.
Yeah, maybe you used to be, but I mean...
Hey, Jamie, we gotta come up with a better trivia team name this time. The last one...
Hey, guys, we're trying to have a conversation right now. Can y'all just chill out for a second?
I'm sorry there, partner. I didn't know. Okay.
You didn't know. So you didn't see me sitting here trying to talk to her, or you just didn't care.
Okay, that's enough.
What the hell is your problem, buddy? Your chaps on too tight?
Well, you're real funny.
That is enough.
Got any other jokes?
Oh, come on, Butch Cassidy. You won't keep running that mouth?
What, you so hard up you have to hit on other people's girlfriends?
Yeah, she's real lucky to have you, tough
Oh,
guy.
kiss my ass!
Go out.
Oh, come on, Gene Autry, you feel strong?
What is wrong with
out of line? Those clowns couldn't take their heads out of your ass long enough for us to have a conversation.
Those clowns are regular customers, and they weren't doing anything.
Oh, give me a break.
You know what? They may be obnoxious clowns, but at least when they show up at this bar every day, I can at least have a semi-normal conversation with them.
Oh, so that's what you'd rather have? Something like that?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. Wear what you wish for.
Hey, any sign of him yet?
No, I'm hoping that after this afternoon he'll just give it a rest. Surely by now he's gotten the message. Let me get a vodka and tonic, please.
Sure.
Jamie.
Tara, what are you doing here? I thought you had the night off.
Gary asked me to come in, but I also have a complaining person. David called me. He wants to do your movie.
What?
Yeah, he loved the script and he said he wants to meet with you as soon as possible.
Oh my god, that's amazing! Well, I guess they're right. It is all about who you know, and I know you. Fortunately, a little spitfire.
All right, here's his number. Said they're wrapping up something right now, but he wants to talk to you as soon as possible and get the ball rolling.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Hey, I just gave him your script. You wrote it. You're the one that impressed him. He said he wants to submit this to festivals. So exciting.
What's so exciting?
My friend David and his production company are going to make Jamie's screenplay into a movie.
Oh, so this means you're gonna ditch us and head for Hollywood.
Oh my god, if you do, you, me, and Courtney have to get a place together. David could help us move. I figure we can blackmail him doing anything now.
It's amazing that you can't keep a boyfriend.
You could write a movie about 3 waitresses.
Let me guess. That cut out their customers and put them in the food they serve.
No, I was going to say that they could be undercover cops when they're not waitressing.
Like the mod squad of the restaurant industry, when waitresses who are vigilantes at night. Like, what?
Why do we have to be waitresses at all? And why am I even continuing this argument? No, I mean, who knows what will happen or when it will happen. But hey, you know what? It could be a lot of fun. And if anything else,
Ladies and gentlemen, line them up, knock them down, and say hello to your favorite clown.
Yeah, I don't think you got the message.
Hey, how you folks doing tonight? Listen, you don't mind fussing out, do you? Oh, good, I'm kind of getting the spins here. Hey, listen. If you guys have kids, I am available for birthday parties, barbecues, and even bar mitzvahs.
We don't have kids.
we're not even married.
Well, I mean, if the old sheepskin breaks, sometimes that doesn't matter. Surprise! That's okay, though. Because I'll tell you what, I also offer adult entertainment as well. Yeah, Swanky's Party Clown and Stripper Services. Hold on, I think I got a card around here somewhere. Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. No, that's definitely not it. Hold on. No, that's not it. Anyway. No, I'm sorry, I don't know. But, listen, I am available for your bachelorette party or even your bachelor party if the money's right, big guy.
I'm so sorry about this. Here's your drink.
Look at this hot mess. Your handle is? Your name, Sextastic. What's your name?
Tara.
Oh, Tara, tell me, do you like games?
What kind of game?
Well, I happen to know one called Pin the Clown on the Waitress, and it does require a volunteer. Well, look at this. How you boys doing tonight?
We're doing fine.
Good, good. Look, you look like a frat house type. Have you ever thought about hiring a clown/stripper for your parties?
Can't say that we have.
Not unless you got a sister.
That's a good one, man. Good one.
Ops!
The hand buzzer. It's still a classic. The ladies love it when I use it during my striptease.
Easy there, Bozo.
Oh, relax, man. It was a joke.
No hard feelings, but what do you say I buy you two a drink?
See, now you're talking.
Yeah, I hope water's okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's it. I'm tired of this. It's not funny anymore. Just get the hell out of here.
Oddly enough, this was actually never meant to be funny.
So what, you just decided to come down here and cause a commotion at my job just to have something to do? Or was it to just get back at me? Do you realize that you could have gotten me fired tonight, not to mention yourself arrested? Answer me, Thomas.
Look, things just got a little out of hand. I'm sorry.
What are you trying to prove with all of this?
Nothing. Look, that first night I came down here, I just wanted to talk to you and find out what was going on, but I thought that maybe if I came down here as this sappy, broken-hearted romantic, that maybe I could give you a laugh and that...
That what? That all of our problems would just go away? Can't you see that is our biggest problem, Thomas? Anytime something remotely serious regarding our relationship happens, the only way that you can seem to deal with it is in the most asinine way possible.
Hey, I'm not the one who said we should take a break. I knew you were frustrated and I knew we were having problems. I didn't think running away was the right answer. You obviously did. I was just trying to help.
Oh, that is such bullshit.
It is not bullshit. I didn't run out on this relationship. You did.
And you just kept
I was just trying to get your
everything
James
I said,
back.
like, all I needed to do was just lighten up.
You do need to lighten up.
You're right. I did run out. Because I can't do this anymore. This is not normal behavior. People do not act like this. And what makes it worse is that I went along with it as long as I did, which makes me just as bad as you. And if I'm just as bad as you, well then what the hell is
What's normal, James? The two guys in that bar, is that normal? And since when did normal become so important to you anyway? We used to make fun of people like that. Do you realize what this place is doing to you as a person? Do you think I like seeing you come home every night so tired and worn out that you barely even speak? No, it kills me. That's why I started doing the whole role-playing thing to begin with. Do you remember that? So that I could come down here and make your life just a little less shitty, even for a moment. I mean, what happened?
It was time for me to grow. You know what? After all these characters we've been pretending to be, it turns out you and I are just strangers to one another. And it only took us 2 years to figure that out. It makes you wonder what really held us together.
I guess he really messed up this time, huh?
Yeah.
So I guess you really screwed the pooch this time, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you told him it was over for good?
Yep.
So she basically told you to piss off.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? And I'm not trying to upset you.
Sure.
Can I ask you something, though? No bullshit?
Sure.
In the past few days, before he let things spiral out of control, I can't help but think that deep down there was a part of you that still found all this amusing. Your curiosity of what he would do next got the better of you, and that's why you went along with it.
In the past few days, have you learned a damn thing from any of this?
Yeah, there was, I guess, but it doesn't change anything. Thomas's problem, our problem, is that he doesn't know when enough is enough. Yeah, Thomas has always been able to make me laugh, but I've gotten to a point in my life where I need more than that, and it's obvious that he can't give it to me.
I guess I've learned that I can't offer James everything that she needs.
Jamie, I'm your friend, and I love you, but I have to say, I don't think you're being honest with yourself.
Thomas, you are so full of shit.
I know the kind of person Thomas is, and I know that beyond the silly side, there is a smart, caring, and responsible person who loves you very much.
James loves you for who you are. If not, she would have dumped you a long time ago. But there has got to be stability in a serious relationship, otherwise it can never move forward. And for the love of God, there has to be a better form of communication.
I mean, let's face it. When you first started working here, you didn't take things very seriously either. Do you remember on St. Patrick's Day when the two of you would get the customers up dancing and singing Irish folk songs?
Look, all I'm saying is just try putting yourself in her shoes.
All I'm saying is there was more to you than just your job, and there was more to Thomas than just his craziness.
Maybe you're right.
You're right.
So, pretty interesting first Monday.
It's definitely been interesting. Still not the weirdest bar I've ever worked in, though.
How long have you been living the dream?
5 years. Oh, you?
4, just something until I start my career.
Here's Q. Have you ever just been, like, full-on screamed at by a customer?
Once I spilled a scalding hot bowl of chili on a guy's head.
Jesus, Sarah.
Hey, if he hadn't spilled his beer on the floor, I wouldn't have slipped and he wouldn't have had to pick burnt skin and ground chuck out of his hair.
Fair enough.
What about you?
I actually got yelled at in sign language by a deaf guy once.
Okay.
Okay, so I was having trouble running his credit card, right? And so I was trying to explain the situation to his friend who was like interpreting for him or whatever. Anyway, some signals got crossed and he got so pissed. He stood up and his hands were flying so fast it was like 2 hummingbirds humping in front of my face. It was just the most.
Oh, it's the good life.
Indeed.
I feel like we really hit it off pretty well, would you say?
I think it's safe to say we have the same sense of humor.
I'm actually surprised you haven't hit on me yet.
Tara, not that you're not attractive, but you just expect guys to hit on you?
Hey, well, I've been working in a bar for the better part of 5 years, so it kind of changes the way you look at men.
Oh, so is that why you lost your shit on a college professor in here the other night?
Hey, how was I supposed to know that all those ones were my tip? I thought he was propositioning me.
His wife was at the table.
It's never happened to you before?
Well, Tara, as appealing as you've made yourself in the last 10 minutes, I still think it's best that we stay friends.
All right, fine. I'll give you that one.
Appreciate it. Jesus Christ.
If Gary sees you in here, he's gonna shit. Are you listening to me?
How do you spell irregardless?
What?
How do you spell irregardless?
Why?
I need to know how to spell it.
IRREGARDLESS. Okay? Now go.
Oh, that's pretty good. You sure that's right? Because I gotta tell you, that doesn't look right.
I promise you, it's right.
So, are you a pretty good speller?
What do you want?
I was never really good at spelling. Actually, my grammar was never really that good either.
You are unbelievable. You know that?
It's actually always been kind of an embarrassment for me.
Well, I keep hearing that most people aren't really good at spelling or grammar.
It's true, I suppose. See, the problem, though, is I'm actually trying to be a writer.
I'm not doing this.
And writers whose grammar and spelling is bad is pretty embarrassing, don't you think? I mean, not to mention pretty much detrimental if you're trying to get work published.
Sounds rough. You know, some alcohol might help drown some of those sorrows.
Think that would really help?
Couldn't hurt. I mean, most writers are alcoholics, aren't they?
I think that's a myth.
No, I think that's pretty much more or less true.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Drink?
Beer. No, whiskey. Straight.
Brand?
No bourbon. Something Irish. So might as well do it right. Yes.
I need a Jameson.
Party.
So what?
So, what did he say?
He
He said he can't live without me, and we have less than a minute to clear out before he burns this bar down.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Good joke.
So why do you think that is?
What?
Why writers drink so much?
I don't know.
You think it may be because their spelling and grammar is bad?
I still don't know.
I mean,
I think it's because their work is difficult.
you think so?
Yeah, I do.
I think some people might disagree.
Like who?
I don't know, like firefighters or soldiers or those guys that fish for crab.
Those jobs are difficult for other reasons. Just because a job doesn't put your life in danger doesn't mean it's not difficult.
So what makes a writer's job difficult?
Being in your head all the time, never having the time to write, never being able to write when you do have the time, forcing yourself to come up with ideas when you're at home tired because you've been on your feet all day working a job that you hate. It can be rather frustrating.
I see what you're saying. It's kind of like when an actor has to play an emotion that he's not really feeling at the time, but he has to anyway to get the point across.
No, I don't think actors have a difficult job.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. People play different roles every day, trying to behave in accordance with whatever situation they find themselves in. Actors are the only ones that get paid for it.
Well, not all of them.
No.
But I suppose not all writers get paid either.
No, I would say, like actors, most of them have to take second jobs, even ones that they really hate, which can make their lives even more frustrating.
I mean, unless they're good writers, then they would be published, right?
Not necessarily.
So a good writer can be good and still be unpublished?
I guess so. And hopefully one day, someone will see how good they are and want to help them show their work to the public.
Even if their spelling and grammar is bad. I mean, I guess there are ways around that nowadays.
I guess.
So you're saying maybe I shouldn't worry about it so much?
Maybe.
You know, my father was actually a writer. I don't think he ever intended for me to follow in his footsteps, so to speak, but when I was born, he actually named me after his favorite author. So I never really stood a chance at wanting to be something else, I guess.
How was his spelling and grammar?
Phenomenal. His work was very, very good. It's probably the reason I'm so insecure about my own.
Yeah, probably.
You know, I actually wait tables as well. I think we can both agree that it has its share of difficulties.
Sometimes. Sometimes there are certain things that can make it pretty much unbearable.
Such as,
Customers.
do you get a lot of annoying customers?
I have lately.
Listen, I'm sorry if I've been wasting your time.
Word of advice. If you really want to be a good writer, don't use words like irregardless.
Why not?
Because it's not technically a word.
Well, sure it's a word. You just spelled it a minute ago. If you can spell it, it must be a word.
I can spell chillax, too. Doesn't make it a word. You wouldn't need to use irregardless in a sentence. It would be regardless.
Look, James, I think we should talk.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm still not really talking to Thomas, am I? I'm sorry you had to meet me on my lunch break, David.
Oh, don't worry about it. I know how schedules can be. Besides, food was incredible.
Well, good. I haven't actually eaten here in a while. It's hard to eat someplace when it makes you go home smelling like the toilet seat of a coyote ugly.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just an inside joke we have here. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
So, David, what would we do about locations?
Well, for the exterior shots, we just need to find some roadside motel and get permission from the manager. The flashback scenes can be filmed in someone's apartment just right here around the city.
Now, the one that might be a bit tricky is the motel room. Finding a motel where they'll be willing to let you use the actual room might be a bit difficult.
That's mainly where the story takes place, though.
I know, but it should be okay. If not, we may just have to build a mock-up room.
Seriously? God, I'm getting so nervous about this.
Don't be. You should be excited. I'm excited. Like I said before, I can't wait to actually start filming this.
Here you go, guys.
I'll take this.
Oh,
I'll take
absolutely not. I'll get it.
Oh, look at the gentleman. Why weren't you this much of a gentleman when we were dating?
I was. It was just overshadowed by the bitchocracy that was Tara.
Sorry. I'll let you have that.
Oh my God, Brandon! Hey, what are you doing here?
Hey, actually just came to talk to you, but it looks like you're busy, so...
Oh, no. It's fine. I need to be going anyway.
Hey, Daddy, no bucks. What's with the tip?
Tara, that's almost 20%.
Well, almost 20%. It's a really bad tip. A really bad tip.
Okay, Jamie, I'll call you next week.
Okay, great.
Stop. That makes me uncomfortable.
You like it.
Hey, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. How's it going?
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk to you about Thomas real quick.
Oh God, he isn't with you, is
No,
he?
no. He doesn't even know I'm here.
Well, then have a seat.
Look, I just wanted to let you know that Thomas won't be coming around to bother you anymore.
Well, that's a relief.
Actually, you probably won't even be seeing him again.
What are you talking about?
Well, he was pretty upset when he came home after the last time you guys talked. I mean, not at you, but at himself.
Well, I mean, is he okay?
I think he will be, you know, but I've known the both of you for a very long time, and I just wanted to make sure that somebody around here actually clarified that it was actually over between you two, because God knows neither of you are going to do it. You're both so stubborn.
It's for the best.
Yes. And we'll see. I think the rest of us, you know, just need clarification, because it's pretty hard to believe.
I appreciate you coming down here, but I could get back to work.
Okay, no problem.
Hey, don't be a stranger, okay?
I'm sorry, have we met? That was dumb.
It's okay.
All right, I'll see you.
Bye.
So did you tell her? Yeah, I told her.
How'd she take it?
She seemed a little surprised at first, but she said it was for the best.
It is.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, you know, now both of you can just move on. You know, you'll find a beautiful girl who doesn't mind being with an unemployed actor. James will find a nice young man that's willing to come to a public bar dressed as a Navy sailor just to make her laugh. You'll find a girl who thinks a guy with a closet full of costumes is interesting and not creepy. It shouldn't be too hard to find. And, you know, James, she'll have no trouble finding a young business professional, you know the type, suit, tie, glasses, the kind that would take her out to martinis and have stimulating conversation. And of course, he would have to be able to put up with her incessant need to sing back karaoke, her Monty Python addiction, and of course, her enchanting smell that she has when she gets home from a night at work. Yes, my dear boy, I think the sky is the limit for the both of you.
Yes, thank you, Brandon. Your point is made.
It's about damn time.
Wait, so I'm confused. Is she seeing anyone or isn't she?
No, she's not seeing anybody.
Okay, well, just tell her that if she's interested, here's my number.
Sure, you got it. Here. The guy at table 10 wanted me to give you his number.
Not interested.
It might just help you get over this whole Thomas thing.
It has nothing to do with Thomas.
Oh, come on, Jamie. You've shot down every guy that's hit on you for 2 weeks.
That's not true.
Face it, you miss him.
Nope.
Oh, yeah? Well, what about the guy from last night?
He was too short.
Jamie, he was an inch shorter than you.
Yeah, but if I ever wore heels, we would look like a freak show.
That's an inch. Just
Read this.
It wouldn't be fair to him.
Okay, okay. What about Sean, the guy from the tattoo shop?
Sorry.
He looks like a Fraggle.
What does that mean?
He looks like one of those little puppet things that was on that Fraggle show.
Turn on, Fraggle Rock.
Jamie,
Tell me it's not true.
will you just admit that you miss him? Come on, you've been like the walking dead around here. I hate to say this, but Thomas was right. This place is sucking the life out of you. I'm sorry, I'll go tell this guy that you're not interested, and after our shifts, let's meet up with Tara and try to actually have some fun.
Oh, girls' night. It's ladies' night.
Thanks, Court, but I'm gonna be too tired.
Okay, well, let me know if you change your mind.
Excuse me, James?
Well now, you ready for another drink there?
Yes.
That's the spirit. What'll it be this time? A bit of the crop of the black stuff.
I'm sorry, did you have an accent earlier?
Oh, you'll have to forgive me on that account. I've lived in the States for so long, it sometimes fades in and out.
Oh, so James, is that an Irish name?
Sort of. See, my dad was a writer and was a huge fan of the Irish novelist James Joyce. So he decided that his firstborn would be named James. So much so that even when I popped out with bits and pieces missing, he still insisted.
That is pretty interesting.
Yes, it is, isn't it? He was a lovely man, my father. Speaking of James Joyce, I could bring you two a bit of the Crayther.
What's that?
Whiskey, darling, whiskey. No, I really am missing a page. Or it's in the wrong order. There it is. See, one James Joyce's most controversial pieces was based on an Irish ballad from the 1850s. And this ballad has to do with a man named Tim Finnegan and his love for whiskey. He loved it so much that he would drink every morning before work, which ultimately led to him falling off a ladder one day and busting his head wide open. So, Tim's friends threw him a beautiful wake, and I'm sure those of us here that know the tune can join in and help me sing the tale of Finnegan's Wake. Tim Finnegan lived in Watling Street, an Irish gentleman, strong and tall, something like that. He had a brogue both rich and sweet, and to rise in the world he carried a heart. You see, he was sort of a tickling way. With a love for the liquor he was born, and to send him on his way each day. With a love, no, he would drop for the Crayther every morn. Whack for the day while you dance your partner round the floor to the squatter shake. That's right, that's all the
Jim, what the hell is going on in here?
One morning Tim was rather full. His head felt heavy and it made him shake. Fell off the ladder and he broke his skull. And they carried him home, his corpse to wake.
Oh, it's not St. Patrick's Day again already, is it?
Roll him up in a nice clean sheet and laid him out upon the bed with a bottle of whiskey at his feet and a barrel of porter at his head. When his friends assembled at the wake, and Miss Finnegan called for brunch.
Jamie, could we not take the customers' food?
Well, first she brought him tea and cake. Yes.
Oh, and we are not going to touch their food either.
Then pipes, tobacco, and whiskey punch. Then the little Malone began to cry. Such a nice clean corpse did you ever see? Tim Motherine, why did you die? We can hold your goblet, Huggy. Whack for the dolly, and your partner round the floor to your father's stick. Here's the name that you like, hold your lots of fun and filling its neck. Well, Mary Murphy took up the job. Oh, Biddy said she ought to roll, I'm sure. Instead left him sprawling on the floor. Then the war soon engaged. It was woman to woman and man to man. Laying was all the rage and a rolling eruption soon began. Whack was it all, and that's my partner around the floor. Take a shot and shake.
This is definitely the weirdest bar I've ever worked in.
Hey, Courtney.
Hey, Brandon, how the hell are you? I haven't seen you in forever. How have you been? I miss you guys.
Oh, we miss you too. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I'm good. How are things with you?
Well, you're looking at it. I pretty much live here now that James has gone down to part-time.
Really? When did she start that?
A few weeks ago. Yeah, she told Gary she wanted to explore some other opportunities.
Well, that's cool. Like what? I mean, what is she up to?
Well, right now she's actually in the process of getting her screenplay filmed by a friend of Tara's who's a director.
Are you serious? It's amazing.
Yeah, they actually just started the casting process this week.
Well, God love her. She finally did
I
it.
know.
God, I can't wait to tell Thomas.
How's he been?
Honestly, well, I suppose. He finally got a paid acting gig, if you can believe that.
Oh.
But other than that, he's working part-time as a bartender.
A bartender? Are you kidding me?
I know, I guess all the time spent around here really rubbed off on him. He loves it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad he's doing so well.
Yeah, he's doing well. To be honest, though, I mean, you can tell that there's something missing.
Like Jamie, right?
Like Jamie.
Ugh, boom! I knew it! James said I was crazy.
I know. He acts like he's all cool, but I can tell that there's something wrong.
I know! She does the same thing, but I can tell. Do you know what she did after they finally called it quits?
What?
Well, let's just say she had everybody on the floor dancing around until their trotters shook.
Oh God, she did Finnegan's Wake. Oh my God, I missed that. Is she here? I mean, I felt really bad the other day when I talked to her, I felt awful. I thought maybe this time I could try to convince her to talk to him, because Thomas refuses.
No, she's preparing for their auditions tonight, and I can't convince her either. It's so ridiculous. There's no reason they can't be friends.
Wait, did you say they were holding auditions tonight?
Yeah?
Where might these be?
I don't know, but I think Tara knows. Why? What are you thinking?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking that, if Thomas and James want to walk around pretending to be happy, then they probably should have picked some less meddlesome friends.
You don't realize how much this is hurting your family.
You don't care about my family. You don't really care about me. This is all about you and wanting to get revenge on me for cheating on you.
This isn't about you and me. This is about you killing yourself with drugs and alcohol.
And you're gonna save me, is that it? So you come up with this little scheme and you think that if you can sober me up that I would forever be in your debt?
That's not...
Would you still have this much compassion if I told you that I would never come back to you?
Okay. That was great. Very well done.
Thank you.
I think that's all I needed to see, unless, James, do you have any questions?
Nope, I think I'm good too. Thank you again for coming in today.
Oh, no problem.
And we will contact you as soon as we make a decision, okay?
Okay, great. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Bye
Bye.
again.
So what do you think?
I liked her, but I've liked a few of the girls we've seen so far. It's the guys that I'm starting to worry about.
Oh, don't worry about it. We've gotten this far, and this movie's going to be great. I know we haven't really seen any strong actors yet, but I've got a few more auditions lined up for tomorrow. We'll find somebody.
I know, my nerves are just all over the place, and we haven't even started shooting yet.
Well, you just let me worry about all that.
Excuse me.
Hi. Can I help you?
Hi. Yeah, I heard you guys were holding auditions today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you one of the people that we contacted by email?
No. See, I'm a local actor, and I thought maybe I would just stop by.
Well, look, I'm sorry, man, but I'm afraid
See, my
that it's-
friend Tara told me about this.
Tara?
Yeah, you're David, right? You guys used to date?
Yeah, that's right.
Tara told me you were a very nice guy and that maybe you could give me a shot. She also said that you've been bad not to call her. Very bad, actually.
Yeah, well, I don't see any reason we can't give you a shot, huh? Come on over, let's see what you can do. So, do you have a copy of the scenes?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then we're going to go ahead and do scene 44. I'm just going to run through these lines with you. And
Actually, David, do you mind if I read with him?
Sure, yeah, that'd be great. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Hi, I'm James.
Hi, Tom. Well, Thomas, actually.
Nice to meet you, Thomas.
Okay, whenever you guys are ready.
You know you have no right to keep me here.
I'm doing this for your own good.
You're doing this for your own selfish reasons.
This isn't about me. You don't realize how much this is hurting your family.
You don't care about my family, and you don't really care about me. This is all about you and wanting to get revenge on me for cheating on you.
Actually, that's not true. I did it because I love you. Look, you were right about me. I mean, when you said that we should take a break, I was confused and I got scared, so I defaulted to what I'm best at, and what I'm best at is trying to make you laugh. Nothing I ever did made you laugh more than when I did the whole role-playing thing. So I don't know, I figured that's what would be best. And I just ended up making things worse. And I'm sorry. You said that you and I really don't know one another. But the truth is, you know me exactly. You know that my favorite Christmas movie is actually Die Hard. You know that I put mayonnaise on my hamburgers instead of ketchup. You know that when I'm in the shower, I sing Bee Gees songs at a very annoying volume. And you know that I love Irish folk music just as much as you do.
And you know that he loves the way your eyes shine with the beauty of 1,000 gems.
And you know you love it when he kisses the back of your neck. Makes you purr like a bloody kitten, it does.
Okay, what's happening here?
And he knows that you both secretly wish you could clothesline kids when they drive by on their skateboards.
People talk me into this. I will not get over it.
James, this is me. And I may not be normal, but right now I am officially the most normal person in this room. And the only thing that you don't know about me is that I'm in love with you. When Brandon told me that you were doing this film, I was so happy for you. And that was the first time that I realized, with the incessant help from Brandon, by the way, that was the first time that I had been happy since you and I have been apart. I don't even want to imagine being with somebody else. And I mean, let's face it. I don't think anybody else could stand to be around us.
Oh, sorry, Governor. My flu is not quite up to snuff yet. Don't know why.
You're not actually seeing anybody right now, right?
No.
Okay, just check.
Okay. I guess that'll do it then.
Okay. So, again, we really just wanted to thank you guys so much for coming out. This really meant a lot to us. Before I start my tangent, this show of hands, does anybody have any questions? Did anything not make sense to anybody? Did anybody not realize why James suddenly busted out into an Irish folk song? Okay, good. Like I said before, the purpose behind one of these shows is we really try to get a better idea of how it'll work on stage, and if the script is solid enough. And the end goal is that we would like to see this turned into a full performance. And we hope that somebody will see, you know, the staged reading or whatever, and they'll think to themselves, oh, hey, that looks great. I think I can put that on as a full performance. And that's really what we would like to see happen. I will be the first to admit, when I first wrote this script, I pretty much wrote it with the mindset that I would be doing it myself and probably funding it myself. So I really wrote it as minimalistic as possible. So if this were to be turned into a full performance, I think there is potential for growth. I think you could add a lot of story arcs with some of the minor characters. I know this particular script is a little hard to do as a staged reading because there is a lot of dialogue, and it's a lot about, you know, the actors feeding off of each other, and, you know, the looks and you know, the speech patterns and all that stuff. And that's really hard to get across when you're sitting there reading from a script. These guys are amazing, so they were able to do it.
Cut it out.
But again, thank you guys so much for coming out. We'd also like to thank the Street Theater. They've been so amazing to us. It's been so easy to work with, and they've made everything as easy as possible. I would also like to thank Steve Kraski. He helped me out with this so much, and I couldn't have done it without him. So. And just as a quick note, I would also like to thank Mallory and pretty much everybody that was in the Finnegan's Wake scene. They had to learn that in 2 nights. But I would also like to thank my entire cast. I couldn't have picked a better cast. They were amazing, and they really knocked it out of the park tonight. I couldn't be happier. So thank you. And that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.